Hello friends, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my channel once again. And on all of your requests, I am just bringing your favorite recipe, Pavlova tiramisu or lipav tiramisu. So let's begin with meringue first. You can see the recipe card, and everyone has different amount of sugar in the Pavlova. What amount I use, it's mentioned in the recipe card. Okay, and let's begin. First of all, I am going to whip the egg whites until all the protein starts to come up. You can see the bubbles started to come up, and I will add sugar slightly, little by little. And the type of sugar which I'm using is fine granules. It's not very thick granules because it's easy to dissolve. So I'm going to add little by little. I will see if my first batch of sugar is already mixed in the meringue or no. So I will just follow that method. Also, the mixer of the speed, I will keep it normal, okay, until I see all the sugars are mixed in the protein. So I will just keep the sugar on medium speed. Then when I will add all the sugar, all the amount of sugar, I will start mixing on high speed. Okay, I will add vanilla here because it gives really nice aroma to pavlova. And then you can see there is a beak in meringue. So I will just keep mixing, and then I will add the corn flour, and I will mix this with a medium speed. After that, I will take out the whisk and mix it, give a little mix with hand, and then we will put our meringue in the piping bag. Now here I have taken a round 16-inch circle as a sketch, and then I'm just dropping it with the piping nozzle. Okay, and I'm trying to rotate the baking sheet. I'm not rotating the whole tray because it's more easier. Okay, first we are making the border, then we are going to make the center. And this recipe is actually enough for 2 pavlova. So let's work it out on the center. About the temperature, I always use 120 degrees Celsius in the medium rack, and I bake it for 2 hours, good 2 hours, and I bake one by one. I do not bake all the pavlovas in one go. Okay, so just I will pipe this, and then we will help to flatten the center with the help of a spatula. Okay, it takes time little bit because you want pavlova to be very nice and smooth from the corners, and from the center it will help to to keep all the fillings when we will start preparing all the next level filling. So it will help. So make sure you take your time and you do everything nicely, because if the base is nice, then only you can move on to the next stage of recipe. So let's bake it. Now moving to the next step, we are making here coffee praline. You can see the recipe card, and here I am just cooking sugar and water first. Okay, and then I am going to add the roasted nuts and the coffee beans. Then I will cook it until all the nuts coated in the white sanded sugar. I will cook until that point. Okay, you can see it has come to that point. Now I will keep on cooking until the sugar starts to caramelize on each nut. It takes a little bit time, but it's a very nice process. You will love all those coated nut, and you can enjoy with a black tea maybe. Anyways, so we just make a paste of all the nuts, and now we will move it to the next step of our recipe. So we are making now coffee cream mix. Okay, you can see the recipe card. I have infused the milk with coffee beans and coffee. Now I'm using milk chocolate here, which is 38%. Okay, so let's begin. First I am going to cook the milk, and then I am going to add the yolk in it. Okay, since it's a very small quantity, no need to do all this process. You can easily handle. Then I introduce the gelatin once the yolk start to cook with the milk. Then I will wait until the gelatin mix, okay, and after that I will introduce the chocolate until it melts, and we will leave it to cool down to 40 degrees Celsius with butter mix in it, okay. And now we will mix it in the semi whipped cream, and once we will mix everything, we will keep it in the fridge until we prepare for montage, because there are still so many things. So let's move on to the next step, okay. Now here we are making whipped ganache, okay. So first part, I have just added the hot cream to the chocolate and emulsify, and then I have added the second part of the cream, okay. And then I will emulsify again, and I will put it in the fridge for next day. I will emulsify it nicely to make sure that everything is mixed. And next day we are going to whip our ganache, and here's the beautiful pavlova. And now it's the time to montage. So I'm using these two nozzles. Here we have coffee cream yolks, coffee ganache, and the praline, okay. So I'm going to put my ganache back in the fridge, so we will use it later. And here I'm using ladyfinger sponge, and you can use ready-made, you can also make yours. And for that I'm using coffee. I use this brand of coffee, so I just make a small coffee shot, and then I'm going to dip ladyfinger sponge and put it here. You can also break the small pieces and dip it and put it here, but since I did my recipe, I did it this way. So I'm just going to see how it is going to, fix in the pavlova. So I'm going to dip the ladyfinger sponge, and I will put the first layer on pavlova, okay. And it's almost done. I'm just going to add the last one. So I will just maybe cut into pieces, because I can see there is no room for the full, so I will just put into pieces in different directions. I will see how it is going to fix. Okay, almost done. I'm just going to fix this, okay. So next I am using coffee cream yolks on top of the ladyfinger sponge. I am going to make a circle so that the ladyfinger sponge take all the flavors and essence of this coffee cream yolks, okay. I will try to smooth it out. For our next process, it is very important, you have to smooth it out the base, okay. And now I am going to add the coffee praline in the spiral on the top. It's up to you how much you like. I like this much only, okay. You can also make one nice layer. After that I am using the star nozzle, and I am piping the whipped ganache of milk chocolate. Here I would like to mention again that I have used 38% milk chocolate here, okay. So I'm just going to pipe nice star nozzles of the ganache. I will try to see if there is any space in the corners, so it will look nice, okay. Almost done. For the next step, I am piping here mascarpone chantilly. It's a very easy recipe, and I have not included in here. You can see in the description part. And I will pipe just with the round nozzle. That's it. And we will sprinkle cocoa powder on top of it, and I will little bit decorate with some coffee beans. The decoration is always up to you, whatever you like. And see, ta-da, the nice and beautiful pavlova to surprise your beautiful guests and friends and family. Of course, it looks so nice, and I have included some of the pictures from inside as well. So yes, I will take a leave on this note. Until then, like and subscribe my channel. Take care. Ciao.